what we do with the treasure hunts is there's people that come in and we gather together and we have little questions that we fill in the blanks with God's answers. We ask God, who is your treasure today? And He tells us details about a certain person or several people. And then we step out of the box with boldness that God says that we need to have. And we go out to certain destinations. And then this one that I want to share this story about, this gentleman named Joel. God has blessed me with a bunch of teenagers to love on like a mother. And I want their faith to grow. And so we all sat down, we prayed. Several kids had different things. And so we said, okay, let's do this. Todd had Walmart, another child had an elephant, in which he had no clue of what that meant. I had rings in the name Joel, another child had tattoos. There was like 7 of us that went out and God gave us all different clues. So we went to Walmart. We all thought we had to sneak. So we went through the auto part to get, because we knew we had to get to the children's toys and apparel over in that area. So one of the kids yelled out, "Miss Lori, there's a guy with tattoos over there standing by the bicycles. What do we do?" I said, well, let's go. And we approached this gentleman. And I said, hi, my name is Lori. We're with Love Gospel Church. We were in prayer this morning. And we asked God who was his treasure for today. And the guy just smiled really big. He goes, okay. And I said, you have a lot of our clues that we can see. I said, by any chance, is your name Joel? And I gave a couple other names. He goes, my name is Joel. I said, well, Joel, I think you're God's treasure today because you have the tattoos. And we showed him the tattoos where one kid had that, and another kid had Walmart and the toys, and another kid had rings. And we were all getting really excited because we knew for a fact that we found his treasure for today. And he says, I cannot believe that God picked me as his treasure. Are you serious? He goes, and I said, by any chance, I know that you're not pregnant, but are you married and have a wife? And he goes, are you kidding me? He says, follow me. And he grabbed my arm and we all ran over in front of the coloring books, in which there was an elephant. And one of my kids were so excited because they were like, look, there's an elephant, there's an elephant. And his wife is standing there and she was like, okay, what are all these kids doing here? I'm trying to get this shopping done. She was like 9 months pregnant. He goes, God picked me as a treasure today and called you out. And look, it's all on this sheet of paper. It's got everything about us. And we all got to pray because God was speaking to each one of the kids. And as we all prayed, we spoke over him that he would get his business back. And we had no clue that he even had a business, but God knew everything. He knew his situation. And we prayed over him and just for prosperity in his life, for everything to turn around the way that God sees it. And he was just so overwhelmed that he was God's treasure that he was crying in the middle of Walmart, trying to figure all this out. And they weren't walking with God at the time, but they did do the salvation prayer, and they accepted Jesus right in the middle of Walmart. And almost a month later, I was out of town, but he came to our church and he left an offering. And he said, I just wanted to give this to the church and to the kids because their life was changed forever, because he received his business back, his house back. They got all their cars back, everything that the world took for them by then saying yes to Jesus that day and knowing that they were a treasure and God's treasure at that. It changed somebody's life. So treasure hunts are the best. Just letting them know that they are noticed can change somebody. So step out in boldness. Ask God who his treasure is. Find the treasure, let them know, and change their life forever.